Okay, so I had my Checkride done on last Friday. It was about 3 days ago, and yeah, they gave me 6 items to fix. And a good thing was, well, he told me that in the next 60 days when you come back, we only do these 6 items, and it'll be a lot less time. And good thing was those are easy things, which I have no problem doing it in before, but somehow that day wasn't good. I easily knocked down some of the hard things, which is short field landing at the first go, and some of the unusual attitudes, no problem there. You know, when they do this, some of the instrument things too, with the foggles on, I have no issue, you know, maintaining altitude or changing directions. All that went well. The only few things, and one of the thing which kind of sometimes harder for me, which is the steep turns, and that steep turn on the left side, I was very much off from the altitude. You know, I just covered it, but I was off. On the right side, it was well. And also the forward slip, I didn't do it well. And also you know, circle ground maneuvers, circling around one point. This guy is too loud. He just started his plane. So you know, moving around a point, that was an easy thing, always easy thing for me. I never go wrong there. But somehow, I don't know what maneuver we were doing before that, and we were coming down on altitude, and I just busted below 500 feet, and you cannot go under 500 feet. And another thing busted me for, which is very easy, never have a problem there, soft takeoff. So soft landing was good. On the soft takeoff, I was pushing the brakes. That is very important for everyone, all the new pilots. And this bad habit comes from taxing with the brakes. So I pushed the brake instead of rudder, I mean along with both, on the runway. So he disqualified me for that as well. And now I'm preparing back again. Let me move my plane to other side, and then we'll talk more. Okay, so this location is much quieter. Usually that location is quieter because they all have twins on that side, and mostly, you know, training, it happens in this area. But today kind of a weather is very gloomy, as you can see right now. So very low clouds, and so that's why all these planes are here. Otherwise, you know, these are all you know, training planes from, I guess, Sunshine Flyers or some other flight school. You know, they are pretty much moving. So this part is usually more noisier than that one. But anyway, so we were on the Checkride part. So some maneuvers which was easy for me, I just couldn't get it done. And yesterday I fly back again with my CFI, and we knocked some of the things down. And you know, one part is the weather was really bad in Sacramento in the last 2 months. Either rainy, gloomy, or low clouds, low ceilings, and now the winds. So that's why I just couldn't do my practice too much, although I wanted to do it. That's the reason I bought my plane, so I don't have any problem doing the practice. I can go there anytime. But the weather, if the weather permits, so the weather is a big thing in aviation. Whoever is in aviation, they all know that. And about the order part, there was a few things here and there, and But he said, hey, it's an open book, and you just search for it for the answer. He don't want me to give any wrong answer really. And there are a few things were very easy from the sectional charts, and like what thing I didn't know, who do you contact in MOA when to see the MOA is active? And he asked me, who will you call? And I said, well, maybe it's a flight following, or take a flight following. And they let me go through. Yeah, but who do you call to check if it is active, it is hot? And oh man, but we figured it out. I found the place where you can find it. White rectangles on the sectional chart, you see that. I will point you out. So these are kind of things. So sectional chart is a big thing when it comes to the oral portion. They just open that chart in front of you and start asking you the questions. What is this? What is that? First the airport information, a little easier, and then what's the elevation and all that, to go through all that. What is this asterisk for? And then they come to restricted areas. Who do you contact to make sure the restricted area is not hot? And MOAs, of course, and TFR. And he took me through TFR. I never been to TFR. Whenever I see a red circle, I just stay the hell away from that. This time he took me right through it, and we were on the Beale Airport. I always stay the hell away from that area, man. So first time we flew like very close by to Beale. I see that. And you were supposed to go to, there's one private airport, I'm not sure, for the cross country we are going to that airport, but that you never go there, and then they just divert from that airport to different airport, and which I did all the thing as needed. He told me now there's a problem there, now we have to reroute our route to this airport, and then I calculate all the distances and put all those frequencies there. Then he asked me how far, how long, and how much fuel. So yeah, we figured it out. That was all good. I was prepared for that. But when it comes to, don't take easy part lightly. The easy part can be, you can miss that. People prepare a lot when it comes to Checkride, the oral portion. They recite the thing. You should know the thing instead of reciting it. Tough parts, yeah, it's good to know everything. But hey, they just give you the easy thing, and sometimes you go, what? I knew that, now I forgot. And those kind of a thing. But anyhow, oral part was well. And then it comes to lunch, and we did the lunch, and after that we talked during the lunch too, just regular stuff. And then inspection of the plane. And inspection of the plane, and not too much there. They just see the registration and airworthy certificate is visible there, and lights of the plane, and just overall structure. So that wasn't that bad. And start with, we took off with the short field takeoff. He said we have to do all short field, soft field, and regular. So I choose the short field, the toughest first. I want that thing go away, and it really went well. We took off, and then short field landing right at the point I sat maybe 50 feet away from it. After, not before. Now I'm preparing again, and I took 1 day, 2.5 hours yesterday, and then I remember all that now. Forward slip, I totally missed that part. And then what I was doing there was it was a right quartering winds, and I was doing the wings towards the other side, so it blew me away. There was not too much wind at that day, only 4 or 5 knots, but that's why I was not able to do the forward slip. We tried to do it twice. And after that, we come back and gave me a list, and they said, well, it's not the end of the world, but you can just get your training again, and these few things, and call me when you are done, and then we'll reschedule you again. And So yeah, this is my Checkride days story. um it's kind of it took me like 6 hours for that. So first maybe 2.5 hour, maybe 2 hours, I would say, not 2.5 hour for the oral, and it took me, maybe we'll sit there for half an hour for lunch, and then after that inspection of the plane. So my check ride started at 9 and ended at 3. And now after when we done debriefing, he told me that the read test will probably won't be more than hour or hour and a half, and I'm looking forward to that. And anyone in my kind of situation, let me know how it went with you. I mean, did you take a retest, or it's a first time? Good luck to you guys, but I can understand that they have a tough job for telling the people no when they're not good for that thing. And actually that is safer for the new pilots as well. They want to make sure that you're not the danger for yourself and the others. So let me know if you have some kind of suggestion for me, or what would you differently do if you're in my situation. Thanks for listening.